Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo here with a rumor. Okay, this is not a get your hopes up situation, not entirely. Here with a rumor, something I want to make sure that we know wholeheartedly may not be real. But if it is, if this is legitimately real, if this is legitimately true, oh, there's going to be a lot of middle fingers going around the Twitter sphere. Apparently, Rian Johnson is no longer working on a Star Wars trilogy. Now, this comes from SuperBroMovies.com, and they say here that according to multiple sources, The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson is no longer developing a Star Wars trilogy for Lucasfilm. Now, if you remember, Kathleen Kennedy, Lucasfilm, they were 100% behind Rian Johnson. They were so expecting The Last Jedi to subvert any and all expectations and blow it out of the fucking park, knock it out of the park, all that stuff. So they offered him a trilogy. One that he would write and direct, the other two that he would write and produce. And at first, fans were cool with it, man. Fans were like, yeah, all right, man, cool. Hey, The Last Jedi, the trailers look pretty freaking good. So the movie's gonna be amazing too. Marketing's a lie. Marketing is always a lie. But that being said, The Last Jedi, $1.3 billion. Generally liked by critics. Overwhelmingly liked by critics, actually. Fans, though, yeah, not so much. See, here on YouTube, you'll be hard-pressed to find people actually defending The Last Jedi. You would. You'd be hard-pressed to find them directing The Last Jedi, or speaking positively of it. However, on Twitter, it's like the exact opposite. You'll find more people defending the movie there. It's weird. Whatever social media pocket you're in is where you're going to find different takes. But I think because Rian Johnson is so active on Twitter is why you find so many defenders of the movie. Never mind the fact that Rian Johnson has attacked the fan base. He spat in their face, it felt like. He's trolled them a couple times and been outright felt aggressive. Maybe I'm taking it that way. But it's been over a year. We're talking 15 months since the announcement that Rian Johnson will be making a Star Wars trilogy. And have you heard a single thing on it outside of his producing partner on a red carpet event saying, oh yeah, baby, yeah. We're still working on it. It's still happening. It's coming together, folks. No, where's Rian Johnson right now? He's working on a movie called Knives Out, which stars Chris Evans, Daniel Craig, and Ana de Armas. Got a pretty star-studded cast on that thing, too. So instead of diving right into the Star Wars trilogy, which is what you know he was already working on by the time The Last Jedi came out, because he talked about it, there's been no mention of it in an official capacity. I mean, every single time Bob Iger brings it up, which hasn't been many, but it's been a few. But every time Iger brings it up, every time someone asks him, hey, what's going on with that Star Wars franchise you guys got for $4 billion? He says, oh, yeah, we're working with the Game of Thrones guys. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but they do not mention Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson's name has not been uttered by anyone at Lucasfilm publicly in quite some time. And when they just had the earnings call and they talked about it, and they talked about the Game of Thrones guys working on stuff, not one mention of Rian Johnson. Not one. Now, I don't want to sit there and attack Rian Johnson. I know it probably comes across like I'm really belittling the guy. Look, I will say something nice about The Last Jedi. It was directed well. It just had a terrible story. Sorry, but it was directed very well. If someone like Abrams and Kasdan were to write the script and for Johnson to direct the movie, I would be on board with that even now. If you bring out a better screenwriter and someone with actual oversight, like a producer, to oversee the project, to not let him get too far away from himself, I would be okay with that even right now. But as of where it's been for the past 15 months, the fight that's gone on, the arguments we've all gotten into online, everyone attacking or defending the movie, man, I just want to like Star Wars again. And I haven't stopped, by the way. I haven't stopped liking Star Wars. It may have seemed that way from being critical about shit a while ago, but I still love Star Wars. I love Solo. I love Star Wars Resistance. I can't wait for Mandalorian, Season 6 of the Clone Wars. I am hyped for all of it. Episode 9, I'm hyped for all of it. That's where I'm at right now. Not everyone is, and that's okay. But I'm not going to lie when I say this. As hype as I am for Star Wars, there's no better news for the franchise itself than having Rian Johnson piss the fuck off. There is no better news. Because now we finally can start talking about the future and not have that, oh, right, there's that Johnson trilogy that's on the horizon. Yeah, that's happening, right? Oh, we have to sit through that. But that's not, if this is true. Now, the thing is, look, multiple sources here. I don't know what the multiple sources are. I can't find any other outlet talking about it. Jackson Hayes from SBM is the one talking. I don't know who this dude is. They could be pulling our leg. April Fool's Day is a couple months off. Who knows? But this is a big deal nonetheless. This is a big deal if it's true. And if it is true, and if they have shelved his franchise or his trilogy, it is the best for Star Wars fans. Now you can sit there and go, but Matt, The Last Jedi truly subverted all expectations and it was a great movie. You are free to think that. We can have some very big disagreements over a number of factors involving that statement, but we can still have a solid conversation about it. Just don't try to tell me Holdo was a good character and we'll be fine, I think. Maybe Canto Bite will be a hot topic too, because that scene still gets under my goddamn skin. But if DB Weiss and David Benioff are working on a trilogy, and that is where things are going post Episode 9, that's fine. I would love there to still be anthology movies, standalone films. I'd love there to be all that stuff. But if they want to slow it down and focus on a new trilogy, introduce new characters, and take the story forward, the Game of Thrones guys are going to be good. It's good that Rian Johnson is out. But like I said, and I will reiterate this because I am trying to say nice things, because I want to approach this channel with love for things. If someone were to come in with a script, if the Game of Thrones guys were to come in with a script and say, we want Rian Johnson to direct it, we will oversee the production, blah, 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 I would be okay with that. Cautiously optimistic, but ultimately okay with it. Because if you can put him on a leash and you can direct his talents in a way that is productive, then I feel that ultimately we would be better off as fans. Because again, the movie was well directed. It was well directed. The cinematography was awesome. It just was, there was just, the narrative structure was garbage. Anyway, I've been on for a while. I do want to hear your guys' thoughts, your guys' opinions on this one. Do you think this is legitimate news? Do you think this is not real? Is this fake? Where do you see the franchise going if this is true? Is this the first good move Disney's done in a while? I mean, there is a litany of questions here. There is an absolute litany of things to discuss if this is true, because it's not just that the franchise, that this trilogy is dead. We should be clear about that. It's not just that the trilogy would be over, but they were banking on that. If you recall, 15 months ago, they were banking on that. That was meant to be their big post Episode 9 thing. They believed in Rian Johnson so much that they decided that they wanted to make that their reality going forward. They were banking on it. And then it slipped through their fingers. It fell apart because they put too much confidence into an untested writer-director. I mean, I don't want to sit there and say like he's like Josh Trank, but it kind of feels like that. And this again goes to show you that there has to be a supervising producer at Lucasfilm who can lead the Star Wars brand. It's not Kathleen Kennedy, but it should be somebody. It won't be Filoni. He was pulled off of Resistance to go work on Clone Wars, but it's got to be someone who gets it. It's not Curie Hart. She's not there anymore. They've offered it to JJ, according to Grace Randolph's rumor. But I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Anyway, I've taken up too much of your guys' time so far as it is. I want to hear your thoughts or your opinions. If you made it this far, let's be a little bit dickish. Type in Rian Johnson in the chat. Thumbs up the video. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions. I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. While you're here, feel free to check out that subscribe button. Help the channel out. Or you can watch any of the newest videos and make sure that you're caught up to date with what's going on in Hollywood and entertainment. So that way, when you're at work tomorrow, you can wow your friends with the information you learned from watching these videos. That's right. I said it. Subscribe.